Hi, felting friends. Happy November. Today, while we needle felt this face, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some viewer comments that I had regarding procrastination. And I'm going to go over my reasons why I procrastinate, and maybe it'll help you out. So I began my month off needle felting Mary's face, and then I had to put these ladies away because we had holiday things happening. We had pumpkin carving, trick or treat, and all the fun daily tasks that we have. This is a blanket that I started in 2015, people. It is a Mandala Madness crochet along by Helen Shrimpton. It is a free pattern that you can find. There's the YouTube video is still up. It's a great pattern. I've been working on it like an old friend for many years. And that brings us to our second reason for procrastination. And that is maybe boredom. So, we get tired of projects and we want to move on to a different project. Maybe it's difficult to take something along with you. So when I have my needle felting and I have to go to an all-day sports tournament or something, it's kind of difficult to take all those things. So I just grab my Mandala Madness and I work a little bit on that. So definitely that creates, some boredom with other projects, but it's fun to move around from project to project for some people. Other people like to do one all the way through. I typically like to stick to one, but different hobbies. Needle felting is different than crocheting. And so sometimes when you lose your mojo for one hobby, you pick up another one for a little while. I also work on scrapbooking, which I don't particularly care for, but I like having the end result of having the scrapbook. So I need to take breaks from time to time. So my third reason for procrastination would be, fear, which sounds kind of funny, but sometimes we're nervous to start. Maybe it's a daunting task that we're not sure how to proceed, which also kind of corresponds with another side of the fear, which would just be enjoyment. So sometimes I like to just percolate in my thoughts and think about what I'm going to be working on. So it's nice to, think of what you're doing and maybe take a walk in the woods and just enjoy kind of stewing in a new project. This is my Luna. This was her first time in the woods. She did get a bath and she got a tick. So even though she had her medicine, so I think we'll stick to the sidewalk from now on. We did have a fun fall day, but then it was back inside. November is here, and I promised you guys I would be working on clothing, and that is what I'm doing. So I got over my fear and got over my enjoyment of thinking about doing clothes, and I got over my boredom. And let's see, what else did we say? Oh yeah, I set aside some time. So here I am setting aside time to work on these ladies, and that is how you get over your procrastination. So in the few moments that I had before work begins today, this afternoon, I went and voted, and then I set up to dress the dolls. So here I got out some scrap fabric and I set up my camera and I started. So I am just setting up a little skirt here for Sarah. And if you look, I just do a running stitch along the top of the skirt so that I can gather it around her waist. And so just there's a running stitch, gather it, and then you can just kind of stitch it into place. So that is what I did. And there was another comment about perfection. So for me, these dolls are definitely, I did fall out of love with making these dolls. I'm ready to move on to something else, but I didn't want to just stop working on them. So I went ahead and nothing is perfect. So I went ahead and I'm finishing them to the quality that I'm happy with. I'm getting them done. I feel like you could, if you didn't want to finish something, you could throw it in the bin. But I don't think these ladies were meant for the bin. So I am finishing them, to the quality that I think is deemed for the project. I'm having fun with it. I think if you never start a project because you're afraid it's not going to be perfect, or, one arm is bigger than the other, you may never start. So, sometimes getting it done is better than sitting and not getting it done at all, or trying to be perfect at it. I so appreciate everyone's comments. They really do help to keep the conversation moving and for me to explain what I'm doing. So here I am just doing a ladder stitch up the back of the skirt, and there she has her cute little skirt. I think too, a lot of our projects go through kind of like an awkward stage where, we are not happy with them. And we might think, oh, I don't want to finish this because it looks ugly or it's not perfect. And if we did that and we didn't finish any of them, we would never get anything done. So, just like when you're making a YouTube video, they always say done is better than perfect. Just get it out there, and maybe on the next one you can improve. That's the part of practice. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. And then on the next one, you can improve a little bit. So I appreciate all your comments. Please do like and subscribe. The more time I have to dedicate to my dolls and my videos, the better. So if you like and subscribe, it does help the channel. So thank you so much. Here, if you do a running stitch at the top of the sleeve and then kind of gather it around the button joint, you can pull the running stitch around that joint. And then I went ahead and just sewed through the arm, getting both sides of the sleeve. I wanted this sleeve to be tight. And then I'm going to put the gray kind of lacy scrap of fabric on the outside. So again, the stitches weren't completely perfect. They're a little bit visible, but I know that I'm going to be covering them with that gray lacy bit, so it was okay. And you can just go right through the arm because it is needle felted. So on a different doll, I would maybe make more tailored clothes. But on these particular ones, because there's so many layers and embellishments, it's okay to just kind of drape it on. So I was really having fun with it and doing, draping it on like that. So I will leave you here and I will see you on the next video. Thanks guys. Bye. Have a great fall.